Hey everybody, welcome back to MidnightRice for a very, very special episode. Let me give you a little rundown of what I'm talking about here. Back in 2004, I purchased a game. It was my first massive online multiplayer game. It was called City of Heroes. It ran for many years. I mean, we had thousands of hours in the game. A bunch of us played it. It was absolutely my favorite game ever because the character design, by far, then and now, is the best character design features ever. It gave you the most options. You never see two characters the same. But guess what? There is a surprise. Look where I'm at. 2019, and it is back. About April, I believe, from what I read, 2019, source code capable of running City Heroes servers were distributed widely. Originally, if you don't know City Heroes, it's a superhero game. You can build a city, or you can build a city. You can build a superhero or a villain. I'm so excited I can't even talk. You can build a superhero or a villain and completely design it the exact way you want, your powers, what it looks like. And it's not like games now where you get a couple different hairstyles and you get a couple different clothing options, a couple different powers, in this type of game. It was so massive, and we'll get into that when we start playing it. I've already actually started messing around. I wanted to make sure it was actually fully working because the information I found online was kind of confusing and some of it was outdated. So basically the run of it it started in April 2004, and that's when we bought it. And what day was it? It was November 30th, 2012. We had actually quit playing for a year because we were playing so much we got burned out. We came back 2 days before the servers were being shut down. Nobody really knows why they shut them down. I think they were moving on to another project or something along the lines of that. But needless to say, the game went bye-bye. And from what I heard and what I read, they had sold it to an overseas company who was supposed to Paragon Studios sold it, and it was supposed to kind of keep it going, and they turned around and just nerfed it. They totally deleted it, got rid of everything. A few community members and fans of the game and stuff started getting together, and they were going to make something called City of Titans, which was their version of City Heroes, to bring it back for all the people that love it. And I don't know exactly what happened with them. I was keeping track of it for a while, and it was still in like early development. Well, it just happens. I'm feeling nostalgic and decided to look it up the other day, and I'm reading all the stuff that, the servers are up, it's fully working, it's the exact game that it was when it got shut down, and and it's free, and you can get it, and I'm like, there's no way, this has got to be somebody lying, it's got to be a joke or something, but it is here, and we are actually playing it, and I'm very, very excited. It's so hard to talk, because I'm just like, I've been playing for a couple hours now, but we're going to start all over with a new tune for our Let's Play, and kind of make it look more like me instead of like this purple-haired girl. This was actually me recreating one of my favorite tunes that I made back in the day, but you have a lot of different options to do, and we'll get into all of those when we actually get into playing. If you want to try this game out, it was a very small download. This is an older game. You can see the graphics aren't the best, but the gameplay is outstanding, especially if you have friends. The connection rate is really low, not a lot of lag. There is like 4 or 5 servers, I'll have to look, which is really great because there is, I believe when I read the forum, there is over 50,000 people subscribed to this game now. That's how popular it was back in the day. So even if you want to check it out for the first time, or you're nostalgic, you played it back in the day and you loved it, it is back in its entirety. Villains, heroes, all the expansion, all the good stuff, we'll get onto that. And I'll put the link to the forums where you can start registering for an account, register for the forums, and then it'll show you how to download the game and everything. And it's got like almost like an emulator launcher for it. And we don't know how long it's going to last, or if this is going to be a permanent thing, or I have to do more research into it. But I do believe it's going to be here for a while, so it's going to be pretty awesome. So we will see you in a second, and we will start building our new tune. Okay, all right, we're back, and here's the main character design menu. So here's where you choose. You click City of Heroes Freedom. That means you're going to make a hero, or you can go to the villain. And it's cool because they both have a different starting spot. There is a deal with it with this rogue package which was right towards the end there. That, let's say you made a villain and you start leveling it up, and you're like, I wish I could have made it into a hero. You can actually switch your character to the other side and go to the other maps. But really, there's really no need, because like especially on this, if I'm reading it right, between all 5 servers, you have like 1,000 slots for character building. So I don't think you're going to have to worry about that. You just make another character wherever you want it. And there's enough character classes and builds and different layouts and stuff that you could probably fill up that 1,000 pretty easy. But I don't know if that's legitimate, but that's what it looks like. So we're going to make a villain since we already made a hero. This is where you choose whether their superpowers came from science and mutation, magic, technology, or they are just natural powers. We're going to go for... let's go mutation. All right, this is where you come up with your name. We're going to make a villain. So, we'll do me. We'll do me as a villain. So, and sometimes the name's going to be taken. So, yeah, proper grammar. We'll Midnight Man. We'll do Midnight Man. That'd be cool. All right, so we go to the next page. Boop. All right, now here's the different classes, and it's much like Guild Wars and a lot of other ones with the idea you have a tank, obviously, and this is really team-based. And I think at some point in time you get a sidekick that's AI controlled, but don't quote me. Like I said, it's been many, many years. Like I said, we stopped playing this a long time ago, and now we're back. So you have a tank. Kind of a given, that's going to be the one up front, just taking all the damage guy. I'm so excited. You're melee guy, and you have a ranged person. You have crowd control, which is like a controller. You have support characters like a monk or a healer. Hello. And then you have one that controls pets. Have you ever played Guild Wars as like the necromancer? That's a cool character. I've actually made one of every one of these, but let's go. I kind of want to do a crowd control, but it's hard. Some of the character builds, just like any other game, is hard to do by yourself. And right now, until I get more friends on here, I already did you know what? Let's do melee. What the heck? All right, so now you got that choose. You go next. All right, so you can build a scrapper, a tanker, a brute, or a stalker. And you can look through these, and they tell you exactly what they're all about, and it shows their stats and everything like that. I think we're going to go Scrapper. Fierce melee combat and hand-to-hand. No other hero can compare, but Scrapper's not resilient as a tanker. See, it's the Scrapper's all offense. A tanker, I think, is more defense. They absorb more. A brute. But you can read through all these. I don't want to waste too much time. So I'm you know what? I'm going to do a Scrapper. I know that makes us kind of weak, but let's do it. All right, so here's where you choose what your powers are. Mind you, for all the different classes, there's different sets of them. You got a primary and a secondary power, which is kind of cool. So you do, fire and ice or this and that. I want to do a fire guy, to be honest. Yeah, let's do fire. Let's burn them. So you can do battle axe. That's pretty cool too. And then you choose your first starting power. You usually have a choice of 2. We're gonna do fire sword. And I'm rusty at this too, so I don't remember. Now this is your secondary power. This would be like your healing or if your area control. It kind of lets you mismatch a little bit, and you never know what you're going to come up with. Like I said, you can build 1,000 characters easy. So we're fire. I kind of want to do fire. Yeah, let's do fire. That's all right. So we get a fire shield. All right. So you just click next again. Now you can choose between male, female, or brute. That's like the Hulk. We're gonna do a regular male, and then there's some basic stuff. You make them really skinny. Yeah, you can. And then you can adjust all these sliders. You can make them a midget or make them a giant. You can do whatever you want. That's, like I said, this has got the most in-depth character design that's ever been released. I don't know of one that's even close. So we're going to go make them a little skinnier in the middle. A little buffer on the top. Yeah, all right, so we'll go to the next one. You can spend as much time in here as you want. I'm just kind of getting us through it a little bit. All right, so you can go through individually. They have pre-made costume sets to get you started if you want to. There's hundreds of them. Oh, there we go. The standard guy. There we go. I didn't want to try to fight back all that other stuff. All right, so you can, you can make it daytime, nighttime. You can adjust a bunch of stuff while you're looking at it. You can do randomization too. But let's give them. I don't think I want a helmet. I want hair. I think you can go right down the list, or you can just click over like I am. Sorry about the clicking noises, but you see, you can get some insane character builds going. I mean, there is all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna do standard. Okay, so now that we've got our character built, you can actually go through, if you have time and want to, you can change the colors. Like you can click on the power and it'll show what it looks like. You can actually even customize the color of your powers. We're going to leave ours default. I don't want to mess around with that too much. I never really got into that, but so his fists light up and he throws fire. All right, so after that, you should be ready to go. It tells you what you are. Your mutation, scrapper. Your health is 105. Your endurance is 100. Your security level is 1. That means you're level 1. Total XP, da 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 da. And then here's where you can really get into it. Your known powers, that's what you know. But here you can enter your battle cry, and other players can look at your stats, and here you enter your description. And you can go back, I think, at any time and kind of fill that in as you go. So there is your character. We are a fire scrapper. And then you just hit next. And now it'll give you to let you go through the tutorial, especially if you've never played it before. If you have played it before, you just click no. We're going to do it because we haven't played villains in a while. So then it sends you on your first mission. Yeah. And then if for some reason your name's already taken, that's when it'll tell you have to rename it. All right, so you can arrange everything the way you want it. I like mine in the middle. You can make them different sizes, and you can change your controls. That's all done through the menu right here. And all that. So what we're gonna do, because we're about out of time, so we are here and we are ready to go, and we got our fire guy, and I do believe, yeah, okay, so that one you can put on other players. So I like to separate my stuff. Let's see here, we'll put that right there, and you can do multiple levels of this. So you can do links up to a few rows there, and then you can always add new ones if you want to put certain powers over here, and then you can also edit these. I believe it's been a while, like I said, but there's a way you can change these. There you go. So you can change them to different sizes. You actually change how many are in them, all that other stuff. So there's a lot of customization allowed in this. I'm just going to remove that so you can look at a 2x4. Whoops. 2x6. You can make it a 4x3. Yeah, so you can do a bunch of different stuff with it. We're going to close it because we only have a couple powers right now. They start you out with your 2 powers. Like this is a fire, and you can look up your powers. I believe it's in there right there, powers. So if you want to know what something is, you just go like this and you hit info, and it tells you exactly what it does. And it also tells you the stats on it. And the cool thing is you don't get, like some games like Guild Wars had hundreds of powers you could get as you go and mismatch them. This one you don't get as many powers. See, after we're done, this is going to be the total load of powers we have. It's a matter of upgrading the powers to make them stronger. So it's not about the total number of powers, which that's a lot of attacks. There's no way you're going to have enough endurance to handle all that. All right, the other thing you're looking at, if this is your first time, I'm going to get some of the stuff out of the way so we can just play, is inspiration. So right now we only have 2. As you defeat bad guys, they'll give you different things that are temporary buffs, basically. Like one's a healing one, regen one, better accuracy, because you start out with pretty crap accuracy. They do give you this one right here, this thing right here. That's all that is it lets you run. I got to fix the camera. It's occasionally get the camera all wonky, so you got to run and like straighten it out. Otherwise, you're kind of running funny, but you use the mouse wheel, you can zoom way, way out, or you can zoom way, way in. So, all right. So we are ready to play. So when we come back, we're actually just going to start leveling this guy up and trying stuff out. So I hope you're as excited as I am. If you're an old player that thought it was gone forever, guess what? It's back. Link in the description and find out how you can get this game and register up, and hopefully see you soon. We are on the reunion server, because in our area that's got the lowest load for us. So if you happen to be on the reunion server and you want to get a hold of us and join up and play, just let us know. Send us a little message in the global chat or something like that, and hope to get to play with you soon.